Everyone? The velociraptors. What are they doing?
The inevitable, their biological imperative, you know, they're hunting.
High alert, people. Finch, it's time to prove that Din cares about security.
Right, well, the guests and me need somewhere to hide. Build an emergency shelter. A fine-looking hidey hole there. And now open up the shelter to put out the alert. Raptors can be a tricky target on the best of days, so I suggest letting the pros do their thing. Give the capture team the task to tranquilize those dinosaurs and put a stop to the rampage. Right. Those dinosaurs won't be waking up anytime soon, but we better have an enclosure ready for when they do. We do have a half-built enclosure on site that'll probably do the job, if you can, you know, finish it up.
We should power those fences with a generator. If an animal tries to escape, it could hurt itself, or even your guests. A light shock, however, will act as a gentle deterrent.
Yeah, listen, you can call me paranoid or, more accurately, justifiably nervous, but I'm telling you, those generators tend to run out of juice at the very worst of times.
Don't we all? But no, I don't want dinosaurs getting out either. Worth making sure that the generators are in range of a maintenance post so our maintenance team can keep an eye on them. When the enclosure is ready, give the order to transport those sleeping meat eaters into it. I'll leave it in your capable hands, okay? Take as long as you need, but not too long. Even sleeping carnivores make me nervous.
Good work. Now wait for the delivery to end and confirm they're all enclosed.
It's strange, isn't it? Alan and Ellie had a dig site near here in this scenic patch of Montana's Badlands. You know, they were digging for fossilized dinosaurs, and now you're containing living, breathing, thinking dinosaurs a mere stone's throw away. Wow, it's really, it's poetic in a vague sort of sense, and deeply terrifying in a more specific sort of sense.
Make sure to close any shelters once you've dealt with the threat. After all, guests aren't likely to spend money while they're busy hunkering down. Although a bunker gift shop isn't a bad idea. Huh. Nice job dealing with those raptors. Vicious and intelligent carnivores don't tend to mix well with guests.
Vicious and intelligent they may be, but those velociraptors deserve as much support as any other dinosaur. A feeder that gives them an outlet for their hunting instinct would be particularly beneficial.
Better the goats than us, is what you mean to say.
Generator. Generator just needs some fuel.
Now that they're enclosed, those raptors will actually be boosting the site's appeal. And more appeal means more guests, so it's good news in my book. Guests will actually need to be able to see the raptors to be impressed by them, but that's why we build viewing galleries, right? Huh? Dinosaur appeal is great, but dinosaur visibility is what will actually sell tickets. Improving visibility with attractions like the viewing gallery is an important step if we actually want to make a profit here. And you do want to make a profit, right?
I'd rather like to revisit our Corythosaurus. They needed males in the herd to thrive, and thanks to Dr. Baldera, that's exactly what we can provide them with. We just need enough genome to begin synthesis. We will need an expedition center to organize gathering the appropriate genetic material. Then, once we have processed the fossils in the science center, we can synthesize the males in a hatchery. We are so close to providing those animals with what they need. Keep up your excellent work.
Generator will be running soon.
Your new park colleagues joining us to...
Generator getting
synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel on standby.
You did it. They're happy. They're thriving. And it's all thanks to your hard work. Well done. With males in the herd, we are only a well-placed nest away from helping these animals start a new lineage. It's not an objective that I will set, but I will always support breeding dinosaurs wherever possible.
We've done a fantastic job taking care of the dinosaurs so far, and that's great. Really great. But maybe it's time we take as much care of our bottom line, eh? You see, our guests need caring for just as much as our animals. They need hotels to sleep in, restrooms to answer nature's call. A comfortable site draws in more guests, and I'm very much a people person. I'm especially a people with spending money person.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls. Ladies and gentlemen,
Looking good so far. FYI, we've got number crunchers behind the scenes collecting info on the site's appeal, how guests are feeling, and my favorite bit, our amenity sales. Take a look. Ooh, those amenity sales could be a lot less red. How sites like this one make money is pretty straightforward. See, if we have incredible animals on site and the guests can see them, then we'll sell plenty of entry tickets. And as long as we keep our guests comfortable and make sure they approve of what we're doing, we'll sell even more entry tickets. That's when we hit them with some excellent food, drinks, and shopping amenities to really bump up our income. As we seem to be lacking in the amenities department right now, we should really get that fixed. You know, I created DIN to support dinosaurs and bring people joy. And there's nothing more joyful than good food, good drinks, and reasonably priced merchandise. Think of the site's profits as a measurement of joy. building amenities near popular attractions will make profits go up, and needless to say, that's the direction that profits should be going in. You can kit out amenities however you like, but you're not shooting in the dark. Our data geniuses will show you in real time how different products or features will impact guest satisfaction, and how that equals more profit. You're not going to believe what I found. Well, okay, my lawyers pointed it out to me, but same thing. We have more land than I thought. I trust it'll be put to good use. Wink, wink. More dinosaurs and more revenue. Wink, wink.
While this particular site is owned by Mr. Finch, I thought it best to still define some specific targets to work towards. Remember, satisfying these goals will define this site's overall park rating. Our park ratings prove that we can manage sites and make clients happy, which helps me expand DIN globally.
I cannot believe the momentum that DIN has suddenly gained. Kira, you've been talking to potential clients, right? Any, good news?
I'm close to securing a new site now. Follow my advice on increasing our reputation and park ratings, and our proposition will be irresistible.
The conservation sector have asked me to keep an eye on DIN long term, so consider me an official advisor. And on that topic, your reputation with the conservation sector would only improve if we had more naturally bred dinosaurs on site.
Generator getting refueled.
I have some rather incredible news. Dr. Baldera will be joining Din full-time, and with his breeding expertise and our brilliant park management skills, the sector representatives have offered their support as well. There is just one uncharacteristically quiet voice left. Dr. Malcolm?
I'm sure this is going to shock you, but I'm still skeptical. I mean, what you've done here is impressive, but, haven't we walked this path of good intentions before? At the same time, I'm nothing if not wildly curious, and if there's one thing that ambitious projects need, it's a voice of reason. So, here I am.
Well, sounds like everyone's pretty much on board. Din has hope, and I won't have to sleep in my nephew's basement. Fantastic! All right, don't keep me waiting. Where are we heading next?
Las Vegas. In Spanish, the Meadows. Huh. It brings to mind peaceful, rolling pastures and verdant land. But what we get are greedy opportunists rolling the dice on displaying prehistoric animals in sorely lacking enclosures. But then, aren't you also taking a gamble? Will you be able to get this site not just functional, but ethical? Roll up, place your bets, and good luck. If you believe in that sort of thing.
When you said we were going to Vegas, I was expecting glitz, glamour, maybe a night on the town, huh? But that'll teach me for being optimistic. What was this place again?
I believe that the original owner called it a prehistoric playland, or some such. The new owner, our client, wants us to take better care of these animals.
And I bet they're expecting some impressive profits given the Vegas-adjacent real estate. Oh, I have a good feeling about this.
To help out, I brought in a freelance crisis manager. She was a big name at Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, until they went under. Catastrophically. But I'm sure that had nothing to do with you, Lily. Nothing at all,
Thank you, Cabot. And hello, everyone. Now, our most pressing task is to get these animals recontained, which means repairing that aviary. Unless we want those high flyers to escape to the bright lights of the city, of course.
On the way for that repair job. Adding to the list. This needs fixing.
I should say it's especially good to see you again, Kira.
You two know each other, huh?
Lily was a mentor for me. She gave me my first opportunities in paleo curation.
And you walked away from those opportunities with a copy of my contacts database in your pocket. She was a cunning young raptor even then.
Yes, well, I learned from the best. But let's just focus on recontaining the escaped flying reptiles.
Asset in transit. Let's deploy the drones. Asset has been transported.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Delivery has been completed. Asset has been delivered.
Looking good. But if this place is gonna hit the jackpot, we'll need these animals to be visible to our guests. And we should make it clear that the park's under new management with some stylish scenery, too.
Oh, yeah. What's a sideshow without the show, after all?
All those old structures that were on the site when we got here don't exactly shout high-end establishment. Remember, you can demolish anything you don't like or dress it up with some lovely scenery items. Do a good job, and I might hire you to revitalize my porch.
Attention all science personnel. Please report to the...
Let's put the drone to work. Generator just needs some fuel.
If this site runs out of money, well, that would be a crisis in its own right. Use the arrival point to open the park. Then we can get back to work.
Our client wants more species on site. This is a non-negotiable part of our contract, so do whatever needs to be done to make it happen. Lily, could you lend your guidance?
Oh, of course. Building a new aviary is step one, and it's crucial to get right. The proper environment will keep these animals happy enough to prevent an escape attempt. When the aviary is set up, then we can look into bringing more flying animals on site. The guests will love that, I'm sure.
the drone.
Power will be back soon.
Time for us to make use of that genome, don't you think? Go ahead, synthesize, incubate, release, profit. Oh wait, did I say that last one out loud?
Personnel, please welcome colleagues joining us today. Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
The dinosaurs did not evolve for this world. Their struggles to adapt should be evidence of this. But you reject that fact, and you endanger human life in doing so. Dr. Malcolm was right. Nature must be allowed to take its course without human intervention. If that means a re-extinction of dinosaurs, So be it. We are Extinction Now. And this is our warning to you. End your work. Dissolve the dinosaur integration network. Or this will no longer just be a warning.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
You know, I see where they're coming from. Nature should be revered, but the situation, I must say, has evolved since Mount Sibo's eruption on Isla Nublar. The dinosaurs aren't isolated on an island anymore. Our actions don't just affect prehistoric life, but human life also. But I suppose people will see what they want to see, and we can't stop them. Trust me, I've tried.
It's petty idealism being dressed up as a fact of nature. Our work is too important to allow this to slow us down.
Geez, your self-belief is admirable. You know, others have had that same confidence with, let's say, mixed results.
Let's keep doing what we're doing. It's not like they'll actually be able to stop us anyway, huh?
Mr. Finch, I was just talking to our client about their ambitions to expand the park. Do you have something you want to explain?
Okay, don't be mad, but I have a lot of friends/enemies/debt in Vegas, and I knew we'd need a crisis manager if we ever wanted to cut through the red tape and expand the site. And guess what? It worked, huh? Of course, Lily stormed off as soon as I told her, but she's dealt with jobs falling apart before. I said she was at Jurassic World, didn't I?
I am truly disappointed in you, Finch. But, I confess, the client will be happy. The red tape is down, but the land still needs to be paid for. We should generate enough funds to make this happen. The prospect of a breeding program helped secure this contract, and now it is time to deliver on that. Dr. Valdera, I assume your research applies to flying reptiles as well?
In science, we don't assume. We postulate, we hypothesize, we test.
Aren't those just very fancy words for guess?
Okay, so I've studied flying reptiles a little less. Not so big on heights, but the principles are very much the same. Our flyers will need nests if we're going to encourage their natural wild behaviors.
The site is getting more impressive by the day, but increasing diversity within our population would provide both scientific and entertainment value. That should be our next target.
You can't have a functioning park without the right infrastructure, and without a functioning park, where would we be? What, sitting at home? Not teetering on the edge of chaos? Boy, wouldn't that be dull?
put the drone to work. I'll be back soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new gallery. Amazing avian reptiles.
Patrol underway. Acknowledged.
Commencing synthesis procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that Ladies and gentlemen, please shield your eyes and proceed to take cover. One has
I'll fix up this damage, no problem. I'll fix up this damage, no problem. Sending the drone out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events. Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm has now passed. Please resume your normal activity. Commencing synthesis procedure. Attention personnel. Please welcome your new park colleagues join.
Using a drone. Request acknowledged.
Procedure complete. Incubation personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use
Damage
for
needs patching
whenever
up.
nature calls. Commencing synthesis procedure. Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation
Money isn't everything, which is what I usually have to tell myself after a few nights in Sin City. It is a lot of things, though, so it's time to rake in the dough. While catering to our guests' needs, of course.
Chief among which is the need not to get eaten.
soon.
That needs fixing. I'm on it.
I'm in the process of negotiating a new land purchase in the area, and I'm doing it without exploiting the goodwill of an old friend. How about that? Please, generate the funds to purchase the land, and I will push the contract through.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
Sending the drone out. Topping up.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
Drone task assigned.
Fine work. I respect someone who can get results, and get them fast.
The die is cast, and we're holding all the aces. Okay, I might be mixing up my games, but the point is clear-ish. We're doing a great job.
Yes, we are, but our client is ambitious, and we are far from done. You can rest when this site is second only to the Las Vegas Strip in popularity.
That really is ambitious. And it's in the very capable hands of my team while I supervise from afar.
Let's deploy the drone. Fuel and generate. Okay, the drone's on it.
At this rate, we'll need to add home to the world's most efficient park manager to the brochure. Nicely done.
Filling up a generator.
A young flying reptile leaves the nest for the first time, and our skies get just that little bit more chaotic.
I've been reaching out to potential clients and have now had all the responses I wanted. The news is, well, I think you'll be as pleased and pleasantly surprised as I am. But let's talk about this with a map in front of us.
East Asia. Vast, mysterious, and beautiful. And of course, bed of so much discovery and history and progress. But you know, it's a complex, chaotic world out there. And now, that global complexity, that intercontinental chaos, will have another fascinating variable to it. You. What could possibly go wrong?
Certainly nothing that we can't handle, I'm sure. but allow me to give a proper briefing on these incredible opportunities. In Indonesia, there are rumors of disease in local dinosaur populations. We are tasked with developing a facility to monitor and handle any outbreaks. A conservation-minded client in China has asked for our help in creating a spacious sanctuary for prehistoric giants. And there is a theme park in Japan that has fallen to ruin. We will need to put it back in working order and make it the success it was always meant to be. All three of these sites are significant, both in the importance of the work and in their benefit to our global reputation. These clients expect a lot of us. We best not disappoint.
Let's deploy the drone.
Topping up generator.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new ready for you to observe our magnificent animals. Gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm. Until the sandstorm has passed.
That needs fixing. I'm on it. Some damage that needs patching up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events. Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm has now passed. Please resume your normal activities.
How are we back soon?
Okay. Bones on it.
Damage found, but I'm on it. Using a drone.
Okay, understood. Not a problem.
That needs fixing. I'm on it. The drones are trained. That needs fixing. I'm.
Ladies and gentlemen, come and allow yourself to be captivated by the silver screen in our new cinema.
Let's put the drone to work.